Today we're going to talk about the power of an onion. Before I start talking about the power of an onion, go and hit the subscribe button, please. Hit the subscribe button, please. The power of an onion. An onion is so unique because we use it in a lot of cooking things. Thanksgiving is coming upon us and we're going to be using a lot of onions. Some fun facts about onions is that if you chew a piece of bread while you're cutting up onions, then it won't be that effective in burning your eyes. And also, if you keep the root on the onion while you're cutting it up, then you won't cry as much as you normally will cry if you cut the root off first. So keep the root end on and then slice it that way. When we speak about the power of an onion, an onion have different layers, several different layers. There's a core on the inside, and then it's just layer upon layer and layer all the way out. And in life, we are like onions. You see, there's so many times we don't look at others' personalities and others' behaviors in the light of an onion. We look at it and we react to what we see. But you see, the outside of the onion may not be like how the core of the onion is. And a lot of people are broken. They're broken on the inside. They have hurts, they have heartaches, they have anxieties, they have fears, they're suffering from depression, they're suffering from loneliness, they're suffering from multiplicity amount of things on the inside of them. And what they show on the outside doesn't necessarily reflect what's on the inside. You see, hurting people hurt people. Hurting people hurt people. And a lot of times people will act out in different ways. They will ill-treat somebody. They will short pay somebody. They will not promise to do something and then don't keep their promise. They'll take somebody's money and feel, wow, I got it. I took it and I didn't give them what I want. Sucker, you can't, they'll do all of these different things, but that's how life is. Hurting people hurt people. So how do you deal with hurting people? How do you deal with the onions of life? When you deal with the onions of life, you have to realize that there is a core in there somewhere. There is something deep down in there. There is a hurt. There is a pain. There is a heartache. There is an incident or incidences that occurred that caused that person to be like how they are. That person feels that they have to lie for a reason. They feel like they have to lie and they're outsmarting and outmaneuvering everybody else and they're getting ahead that way. But what they don't realize, what you attract or what you stick around with or what you sow, you will always reap. If you're sowing negativity, you're going to reap negativity. If you're sowing strife, you're going to reap strife. If you're sowing bitterness, you're going to reap bitterness. If you're sowing chaos, you're going to reap chaos. If you're not integral and you're cheating people and you're stealing from people and you're taking from people without doing what you said you're going to do, you are going to reap what you sow. And when you reap what you sow, it's not going to come back to you once. It'll come back to you 7 times and more. It will eventually make full circle. So as we're going through this holiday season, remember that each and every single person has something they're going to. We all rise to the same sunrise, but we see it from a different horizon. There's something going on. So as you deal with people, nature of what they're sowing, always counteract it with love. When somebody hates you, love on them. When somebody speaks ill of you, bless them. When somebody cheats you, do what's right anyway. Never allow anybody to suck you into the pit of despair. Never allow anybody to suck you into the pit of lying. Never let anybody suck you into their emotional negative prison by stooping to their level to do what they're doing. Always do the opposite. If something negative is done to you, somebody's lying about you, speak good about them. If somebody is berating you, help them. If somebody is all the time is just like slapping you in the face and not holding the door for you, when you get the opportunity, hold the door for them. Do not let people's negative ideas, do not let people's negative ways of living life rub off on you and you become like an onion as well. You want to be able to go out there and show forth love. You want to be able to go out there and show forth grace. You see, someone who is have a personality of almost like that of an onion, a rotten onion in that, they cannot get deliverance, or they cannot get to a point where they are free of what is ailing them in terms of anxiety, in terms of strife, in terms of anger, in terms of bitterness, if they do not deal with those root causes. If they do not forgive, if they do not go back to square one, forgive, if they do not try to make things right, if they do not make a conscious effort to go out there and seek the help that they need, then what happens? Then they will always be trapped in that emotional prison. Then they will always be going home and locking themselves away. Then they always will have to run and dash and hide from people, because the fundamental fact is they always will be scared of what people are going to say. They're always going to be scared of what people are going to do. They're always going to be scared of confronting the decisions that they make, because the decisions that they make are not integral decisions. So as you go out there, you want to make sure that you're not a rotten onion. You are a healthy onion, and you're going out there. And when people peel back your layers, each layer is wholesome. Each layer is full of love. You are making the right decision. You're treating others like you like to be treated. You're treating others with love, and you're treating others with respect. You are not overcharging. You are not short paying. You are not doing things that you know is wrong to get your way ahead. But you are going out there, and you're going out there and you're showing forth love. You're showing forth grace. When you go out there and you go shopping on Black Friday, you're not stomping over somebody to get something. You're waiting your turn. You're waiting your turn because you want that love. You want that grace. You want that presence of your Creator to flow and emanate into every single thing that you're doing. You see, who the Creator set free is free indeed. You see, who the Creator set free is free indeed. So you want to go out there and walk in freedom. You want to go out there and walk in love. You want to go out there and walk in grace. You want to go out there and minister out of love. You see, you could talk to someone and you could share with them and you could encourage them without berating them. You could talk to somebody and you could address an issue without making that person feel small. You could talk to somebody and you could peel apart those layers of that onion, and you could deal with those hurts, and it could stay confidential without the entire world knowing about it. You don't have to start a newspaper edition so that the whole world know that what that person is experiencing. As we go through this holiday season, there's going to be a lot of tearing of onions. There's going to be a lot of times when personalities are going to clash. And as those personalities clash, you have to know how to deal with those personalities. As those personalities clash, you have to know how to speak the truth in love. As those personalities clash, you have to realize that peace is more important than chaos. As those personalities clash, you have to realize the value of your friendships, the value of your family, the value of the legacies that were created for you, the values of all the people that were before you, that created the foundation in which you were standing on. You see, you have to realize that value, and out of that value, respect and love starts flowing. Out of that value, grace starts flowing. Out of that value, everybody will be able to love on each other. Everyone will be able to encourage each other. Everyone will be able to respect each other. So I want you to go out there today and understand the power of an onion. Understand that every single person has something that they're going through. And when you see those people running and hiding and don't want to talk and don't want to do this, yes, they may have their battles that they're facing. They may have different things. They're different things that are plaguing them. But don't put them down. Don't berate them either. Pray for them. Love on them. Encourage them. Ask the Creator to pour His love upon them. And just be the light that they can see. Be that grace that they can follow. Be that one that brings hope into their lives. Go out there and learn the power of an onion. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, please. Hit the subscribe button, please. And when you finish hitting the subscribe button, don't forget to select the bell, because that will give you a notification whenever I add a new video. And hit the like button, please. Have a blessed day.